Hey, welcome back. What's up? I hope we're all well. Today we're going to talk about Reiki. And the wonderful, wonderful thing about being a teacher of Reiki is I get asked a lot of really, really good questions from students. Sometimes questions that I've never thought of myself. So it really helps me to tune into me, to tune into what I feel with regards to some of these questions. And so the question I've recently been asked by one of my students is, if somebody is on a journey of healing, whatever their modality might be, so let's just say Reiki, for example, and maybe they've gone through all of their training, they've done the level 1, 2, 3, they're now a Reiki master teacher, and there's also somebody else that was on the same course with them, and they've done the 1, 2, and 3, gone through to 3, straight through to as well through to Reiki master and teacher. And when you experience Reiki from them, one of them seems more powerful than the other. And they've had exactly the same training, they've been with the same Reiki master teacher, but what creates that difference in that energy that you're feeling? And I thought, wow, that's a really, really good question. So I thought I had to make a video about it just to share my thoughts, my own opinion. I've already shared them to the student in question that asked the question. So let's dig into that a little bit. Let's look at it. So from what I feel, from what I gather, it really depends on the practitioner of where they're at, personally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and it also depends on the recipient and where they're at, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and all those other things as well. So as the practitioner or practitioners, whoever is giving the Reiki, so whether maybe one person feels stronger than the other, so there may be something going on in that person's life that maybe is creating a distraction, so it isn't helping them to have the clear intention of what the Reiki session is for the person. Maybe they're a bit distracted, the mind is being whisked away to other things which are not allowing them to actually focus on and being present within the session. There may be something, because I always say to my students and in these videos, if you're not feeling 100%, then you don't give the session. You just cancel it and you move it to another day, because when you're giving the Reiki, you're going to receive a lot more of that healing than the actual client who's paying for that session. So you want them to receive the best, that even though you're not giving it, you're just the channel for the Reiki, but the best that you can give in that session. So that person may be a little bit under the weather. They may have something going on physically where they've got a lot of things that they need to work on within themselves. They might have a lot of, after they've done all the training, they might still be going, because after you've done your master teacher, it's usually around about a year before you can actually start getting the confidence to actually teach, because there's a lot of work that you need to do internally within the self. So there might be a lot of stuff coming up for them through their training, through the attunements, through the self-healing, through their 21-day cleanse that they're going through again, that they need to address, they need to deal with. And it took me, after I did my master teacher, it took me about a year nearly before I thought, right, I'm ready to start putting out some courses now, because I knew that I just wasn't ready. I had a lot of stuff to do. It just didn't feel right for me. It just didn't sit right. So I was listening to my internal guidance. So there might be a lot of that's churning up as well for the person to be aware of. There might be a lot of self-healing. So maybe they shouldn't be in a place where they are giving healing, because they need to work on themselves more, rather than give healing to other people that won't get the full benefit of that healing session from that person. Maybe that's why it doesn't feel as strong. there may be a level of ego coming into it. They may be just thinking, oh, I'm like really good at this, and I'm cocksure, and I know what I'm doing, and the ego has just taken over, rather than being present and just being fluid and flowing with it, and knowing that you're not controlling the Reiki. The Reiki is being received by the recipient, by their subconscious, and being delivered to where it's needed for their highest good. You're not in control of it. The ego of that person might be firing up, making them think, oh, I've done a really, really good job there. You know, that was my best yet. You know, that was really, really good energy. I could feel it. You know, and again, the ego is firing up. There may be, so this is why I always talk about in my teachings about being present, remaining in the moment, using the Reiki principles, using the Reiki precepts to keep yourself balanced, to keep yourself grounded, to keep yourself in the moment, because you can quite easily be whisked away with the ego, which can take you, if you're not in line, if you haven't got your ego in check, you know, that can whisk you away and make you think all sorts of rubbish, which, you know, when you come to learn Reiki, or you want to give Reiki, or you want to become a Reiki practitioner, you leave your ego at the door. You don't bring it into the training area, you don't bring it into sessions, you don't bring it into any environment with regards to Reiki. You leave it at the door, because it just gets in the way, and other people can feel that. Other people can pick up on it. They can feel the energy of that. So just be mindful of that other people will be aware of that. So as the recipient as well, so we've gone through the actual practitioner. They might not be in the right place. They might have a lot of self-healing to do. They might have stuff that they need to work on with themselves. It might be the ego. They might just have a lot of stuff going on internally within the mind. The intention isn't there. It's not coming from the heart. It's all coming from the head, and they're just not present with it. They're just not in that flow. They're not in that zone. They might also have a really, really bad diet. So if they're eating lots of crap, lots of processed food, drinking lots of alcohol, drugs, smoking, you know, that subsides your energy as well. So the Reiki has to work really, really hard to flush your body of all the toxins that you're putting into it. Another reason why when we go through a 21-day cleanse, but not just then, trying to eat a healthier life, have a healthier lifestyle, getting rid of the smoking, try and get rid of all the alcohol, eat a healthier diet, have more fruit, more veg, not as much meat, not as much processed food in your diet, really, really helps the energy, because then you're not having to do as much on you, and then you become a much clearer vessel for the Reiki, and it becomes more potent, more powerful, I guess, for the recipient to receive. And you know, speaking of recipients, so they may be also in these places. They may not have a very good diet. They may have a huge ego on the shoulders. They may have a lot of stuff going on in the head. They might have a lot of physical issues as well. And so sometimes that can, not always, but sometimes that can make you less aware of what is going on the healing side of things. Because when we're receiving Reiki, sometimes we will feel heat, we will feel cool spots. You may feel a tingling, you may feel various things, but you also may feel nothing. And sometimes that makes people a bit worried that because they're not feeling anything, that it's not working. And again, that's a little bit of ego coming through, because they're just thinking straight away that it's not working. They're thinking the negative, rather than just enjoying the moment, enjoying the process, just being in the here and now, and really just getting into this beautiful, beautiful, relaxing, almost theta state that you get into with a Reiki. You get so relaxed that once you get to that point of deep, deep relaxation, true healing begins within, you know, and it really enhances this relaxation with Reiki, with other modalities as well. It really, really enhances your body's own natural ability to repair, to heal, to restore, to energize, to do so much stuff that we need to go through every day. And that's why when you're a practitioner or a teacher or someone that, maybe that's interested in Reiki, really take it into the heart. And if you are a practitioner or a teacher, then you need to live by the Reiki precepts, live by the Reiki principles. Just let go of the worry, let go of the anger, be grateful for that moment, and be honest and be kind. Being a Reiki practitioner and living a spiritual life is not complicated. It is extremely simple. But there are a lot of people out there that they try to make it seem a lot more than what it is, make it more complicated, try to pack it full of stuff, but it's basically just being respectful of yourself, of those around you, and just being grateful for every single present moment, and just be present and find the love in that moment. And that's where we need to come from. It really is a beautiful place of just being in the now. And also, if you are aware that one person's Reiki feels stronger than another, then maybe you're not really fully in tune with the session. Maybe there's something going on internally. Maybe there's something that is firing up within you that's not allowing you to sink that little bit deeper, that you need to be aware of. So there may be something going on internally within the recipient as well, where you just can't sink that little bit more, that little bit deeper into that relaxation, because there might be something going on within. You might be thinking too much about it. So yeah, just a few thoughts. Let me know if you are a Reiki practitioner. Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts? Why do you think maybe one person's Reiki is more powerful than another? Powerful in inverted commas. It's all beautiful at the end of the day. All Reiki modalities. There's so many different modalities, but it's all beautiful. It all comes from the same place. So I never class one as more powerful than the other. It's all the same. It all comes from within. It all comes from the heart. And you are just simply a channel. You don't control it. There's no ego. You are just a channel. You are there and you are present. And you are there to just help humanity and the planet and all life. So be kind. Let go of anger. Let go of worry. Be grateful. Live your life honestly, with integrity, and just be kind to all life. So if you've enjoyed this video about Reiki, don't forget to subscribe to my channel below, and also give this video a bing, and I'll see you in the next video. Toodaloo, bye for now, much love.